Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of three heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Thing is half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Hey, how's it going?
And Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they were gearing up for an infiltration of the Project Anvil facility, wherever that may be. Using the information of their new friend, Euphigenia, they attempted to subtly infiltrate the Project Anvil facility in some manner, maybe getting dropped off like outside the gates and sneaking in, or like in an off corridor and creeping about. Instead, they ended up directly in the War Council of Colm Blackhammer, one of the two princeps of the Firefields Principality.
Whoopsies.
Deep in conversation with a number of noble members of Firefields gentry, discussing logistics and timelines and the continuing demand for their allegiance to the Blackhammer twins and their plans. The party lay in wait for him to be left alone with his thoughts.
Billy almost gave us away immediately because his belly bumped the door.
Almost opened it too far.
And then Jess angrily had to burn a fairy child to keep
right?
There's so few left.
I think you only have one.
I only have one.
That's the way to do it.
Watch your tum-tums.
And you know what? Billy made up for it. Just moments later, leaning around the door with a blow dart coated in harp snake venom, paralyzing Colm Blackhammer.
Not such a stupid gift anymore,
Yeah,
huh?
you're all welcome, everyone. Ungrateful.
I cannot believe how quickly the tables turned on me and my plans by just Billy going like... Colm stood there paralyzed as the party rifled through his shit, including a bunch of war plans and maps that they did not have the time or inclination to go through.
Really paralyze more people.
Yeah.
This is a good lesson
move.
we're all learning.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good move.
Yeah. Maybe we should visit some markets or whatever, wherever they sell this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could find someone that sold harp snake venom, that'd be great. But it's probably fairly uncommon. Unless you go to the High Spear Mall and Dwat's still alive.
Yeah.
Me and you later, still together.
Still together? Slow voice. Listen for the music of the harp snakes.
Is it legal to sell harp snakes in this mall? I winked.
Wait, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm just a humble regular snake salesman. Wink.
But if you come to the jazz festival happening later today, maybe someone there might know something.
For our listeners that haven't heard Mallbrats, this means nothing to you. But go listen to Mallbrats. You're going to love it. I'm just imagining Dwat lifting up a bunch of regular snakes to reveal a harp snake underneath. Come here close, children. Look at what I got here. A different snake.
I love Dwat.
You can't flush it down the toilet, though. Everybody does that, and it really fucked up the surrounding area.
And that's why
You have to snake your snake out.
That's why we have giant harp snakes in the Firefields.
Yep.
They are not indigenous to this area.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is from a character who we introduced in the Big Market episode of Mallbrats.
He was in 2 episodes.
He was in
Season 1.
3 episodes.
3, right.
All 3 of which he was fucking someone in a tent that we built.
Yeah.
Excuse you. He was making love.
Yeah, it's true.
After he was paralyzed, Colm Blackhammer then had his armor. The engine was destroyed, followed by Tuck peeling Colm out of his armor like a banana, ripping the front off, destroying it, opening up the chest completely, revealing underneath his armor Medjai-style tattoos, having been used to, in his youth, chain a number of icons to his being, including the icons of honor and discipline, ones he took on as a young man, followed by, much more recently, the icon of slaughter.
Oh, yeah. And that tattoo is so rough.
Yeah.
And like scarring and just like an ugly, ugly, rotten tattoo.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Oh, and I was thinking about this. The one that we talked about, the Medjai having like the mandala, like
The
anchor one.
Mm-hmm.
For this one, it is an eye.
Oh,
He has an eye tattoo in the middle of his chest. Yeah.
Sick. We totally didn't notice that.
Yeah, nobody noticed that before because somebody hadn't thought about it. But
Man,
yeah,
that was a very exciting drive home for you.
Yeah.
it was more me going, "Oh, you fucking idiot! Damn it, you son of a bitch!"
Get out of my way.
That's most of what the post-session thoughts for me are. Like, I could have done this. That would have been so cool. They took his sword, tossed it into Hither and Yon, which was still connected to the closet, and closed the door, locking Colm in his room. They then tried to sneak through the facility, finding their way to Project Anvil itself, discovering that every level of the subterranean facility had access to the project before being accosted by a number of guards. A fight scene broke out. They started charging their way through the facility. They arrived at Project Anvil, discovering the reason that it is accessible from every level is because it is on every level. It's about 120 foot tall war mech.
Sick.
A thought that I had that I didn't bring up was that there's parts of this like legs and arms. Maybe we talked a little bit like Voltron, but where other mechs come in and can come on this. So it could also acts as a carrier of other mechs.
Oh, that it can like drop war mechs into the field? Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
poofs them out.
Yeah, poops them out.
Yeah.
Blum, blum, blum. Get them, boys.
Yeah, its legs go very wide. It squats all the way down, lays them like an egg.
And it has to do this with its face.
And then the guy on the hairier side is just like,
What the?
it looks like it's taking a big shit. It's pooping.
It's pooping, boys.
Eliki, it's pooping out there.
Get ready. It's pooping.
Looks like it's really trying to bear down and bite it off.
It just grabs onto like the top of a hill.
Quick, get the newspaper.
Pretty cool how quickly we undermine that scary thing.
Hey, you know what? I'm always ready for that.
I had a really cool bike ride home after last session.
How many more poop jokes could I get in there?
Those weren't my poop jokes, by the way.
That was Abdul. That was Abdul.
I did quickly jump on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
I got on deck, if you will.
Yeah. Euphigenia went to go disable the alarms, hopefully to stop an incredible amount of security and soldiers from showing up, while Ving ran around to the back of Project Anvil to try and get across on a gantry platform there.
Mm-hmm.
Billy and Tuck decided to just fucking go for it. Did a big old jump right across the gap, latching onto the front. Tuck gave Billy the mechanical heart of M4, which he then wheedled his way inside.
And the X.
And the axe with Larry, Terry, and Chad to help do some magical mechanic work inside. And as things were just starting to look like maybe progress was being made, who should arrive but Colm Blackhammer in his shattered armor, the gaping wounds from his previous battles,
So fucking gross.
and in his hand, his obsidian sword.
No.
And that is where we find our heroes now. Colm Blackhammer, eyes ablaze, fury in his eyes that are ablaze. He's got his sword in his hand. He's standing there staring at you, Tuck. What do you
Tuck
do?
jumps.
And you see Colm brings it, you jump, and Colm brings his sword in front of him and he goes like, "Ah!" like grits his teeth,
Yeah.
and he's ready to fight.
When I see him bring the sword in front of him, I'm like, shit. And then you said that there was like chains hanging. That's how Billy got across.
Yeah.
So Crash Bandicoot style, I'm going to try and grab the chain. And then like, you know, a thing where it's like, I swing on it and then pull up to give myself more air so I'm not on the same trajectory.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to try and come down on top of him like WWE style
Oh,
elbow
people's
on his
elbow.
head. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
all of that seems like something like the leap across seems like would be well within Tuck's capabilities.
Yeah.
So I won't make you roll for that.
Okay.
But you will be rolling hack and slash.
Yes.
So 2d6 plus strength. Oh, actually, no, he is ready to go. You are defenseless. Not defenseless, but you have no weapons.
No weapons.
So you will have to roll a defy danger to even getting close to him.
Okay, that makes sense.
So how are you getting around it?
I'm just trying to. I'm yanking as hard as I can. I'm yanking on
What
it,
do you
bro.
mean? What do you mean yanking?
On the chain.
Okay, so that's
He's yanking his chain.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say that that's a strength instead of a dexterity,
Yeah.
basically.
Are you like
Tuck's-
whipping the chain around or something?
No, Tuck's
He's trying to, like,
massively
get
strong.
over it.
So
Yeah.
he's just like grabs the chain and goes
He's like,
"Ah!"
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like an athletics thing. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
call it strength. 2d6 plus strength.
Okay, here we go.
big strength, boy.
Okay,
six.
it's a 13.
13.
Boy.
Yes.
You you yank on this chain as you leap across and throw yourself above at an angle that Colin was not
Yeah.
expecting. And
Kind
he
of
looks
above
up.
and behind.
Yeah. All
And
right.
then I wanted people's elbow the fuck out of the back of his head.
Hack and slash.
Here we go.
2d6 plus strength.
Fuck yes. Oh no. So that's a 4 on the die, and then I got a 7.
Okay,
Not
so you're going to deal your damage and he's going to deal his damage.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Ugh. Fuck 1. Fuck, my damage is 1.
Your damage is 1?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
yeah. So I think even in his slowed state, he moves faster than you expect him to. You roll his damage real quick, so it's 2d10 and then you'll take the higher.
Oh my
We're all
fuck.
gonna die, aren't we?
Fuck. So yeah, that's a 10 is
That's
the high.
10. Yeah, for sure. That's 10 highest one.
Shit, dude.
And I believe we discussed that last time that his sword bypasses your armor.
Yes. But yes, we did say that, Sean.
So yeah, that's 6. He's at 6.
Can I
You're
try?
at 6 hit points?
Yeah. Can I try and weaponize dissociation to resist that aspect of the
Oh.
sword?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That is a very interesting.
Okay, please
Idea.
be only 1. So that's 4. I took 4 hit. I took 4 damage to save 3. So I actually take 11.
That should count. That's crazy.
No, that 100% counts.
Yeah,
he's
I
making
made a
choices
bad
and he's
move.
facing the consequences
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
Fuck.
That shouldn't count. I do like that.
But so you feel okay. So how this happens
Ah.
is you come down with this people's elbow
Yeah.
and he moves again quicker than you expect and you slam your elbow into his like seemingly very lean shoulder.
Uh-huh.
It just like stabs you through like the torso.
Okay.
Good God.
And this damage that you tried to do, like you thought you hit him pretty hard.
Yeah.
And he stumbles in his heavy armor, grabs, like pulls you in close with the sword,
hmm
says, "Is this wise?"
And then Tuck goes, "I'm not wise." And then he kicks his feet back against the wall behind him, tries to take both of them over the edge of the gantry.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
6
This-
damage.
I want you to understand the consequences potentially of
Yeah,
what
you
you're
could die
doing
here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you understand that?
I only have 5 hit points.
Do you understand the stakes?
I know.
We just started the episode.
I know.
Moments ago. Billy, you see that you are you're crawling inside M4. This has been like the last 15 seconds. This
Yeah.
has not been a long
No, I
amount
know,
of time.
but
Yeah.
TLC has been whispering to me where to go,
Yeah.
basically.
Man,
this
thing's fucking huge. This is way bigger than the last one.
'Cause there's so many places this thing could go.
Yeah, okay, so this kind of looks like how it was connected the other time. Pull out that little thing again.
Okay.
And you pull out like the mechanical heart of M4 that's like dripping with this spiritual metal, creating like
Mhm.
weird Art Nouveau kind of spirals on it.
Do these little tubes have to hook up to something?
I don't know. Last time we pulled it out and it just kind of like detached, but almost by itself.
Yeah, I guess I'll discern reality.
Yeah. So 2d6 plus wisdom.
Okay, 7.
Oh, 7. Beautiful.
Yep.
Okay, so you get one question off the list.
I guess what here is useful or valuable to me?
So you're deep inside holding this big mechanical heart that's like almost as big as your torso. And you see that the spirit iron that Ving summoned back at the refinery is almost still flowing in its solid state. And it looks like it's like reaching out to different components.
Ooh.
Cool.
Okay, I want to let it guide me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that would be wisdom. You're getting a +1 from the discern realities here.
Nice.
Ooh.
5.
5.
No.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Do you have a fairy child?
I do, but I need this stuff. Okay, you know what? I'll use it. Yep. Turn a failed roll
Okay.
into a 7 to 9. I need it.
So it is like the metal is flowing off this heart, reaching out, and it like the weight of it shifts suddenly as it feels like it grabs out quickly,
Yeah.
and you almost drop it into
Yeah.
this like huge complex nest of metal.
Does it like latch on almost and like kind of weave around?
Yeah, it grabs onto some components and holds itself in place just before it's lost in the machinery.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear the ticking in the heart,
Uh-huh.
Mm.
and it kind of goes metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Save us, M4. And I want to run off with the axe.
Okay, great. And you start hustling back outside.
Mhm.
Ving, you hear Tuck scream, "I'm not wise."
I look out. I see him with sword coming through body.
Yeah.
I want to get down there as fast as I can and defend.
Yeah, so it'll be a defy danger of some kind to get there.
Okay, I'm going to defy danger to get down to the gangplank so I can try and defend.
I like how you used the GM camera cut to keep me from absolutely killing myself.
We just other people are doing stuff in this situation. You have time to think. Yeah.
Okay, so defy danger is what?
It is whatever stat that you are using that describes the action you're taking.
I was thinking backward swan dive from the boiler where I am.
Yeah.
To-
Sounds like dexterity.
Yeah. So I got 7.
7.
I'm going to swing down trying to grab the chains and get down to the level.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, I think you can grab the chain, but you kind of like misjudge the angle, and you hear some doors slam upstairs,
Yeah.
and hear people go, "Down there!" And then dunk, 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 as crossbow bolts start to shoot down
I like
towards
that
you.
he does a very cool, elaborate jump. Amazing, almost slow motion. Wow. Lance, superhero landing. Looks up, crossbows, pepper his back. Ah!
Roll a d6.
Damn it. 3.
You take 3 damage as a bunch of bolts clatter off the ground, but one hits you in the calf.
My armor is 2, so I take 1.
He only
Yeah.
takes one.
Nice.
We're in a high risk situation here,
We're in the middle of an
Against
enemy army.
This like injured king,
connected to several
a broken
demonic forces.
broken suit.
Uh-huh.
An entire line of magi
Unimpressive.
Yeah.
descended from.
Turns out the suit doesn't make the man.
Yeah.
Good.
Ving, so you wanted to roll defend, so we'll let
Yes.
you do that.
Okay. That's 2d6.
Yeah, plus Constitution, I believe.
Oh, a 4 and con is 7. It's 3, so 7.
Okay, so 7. So you get 1 hold off the defend list that you can use in this situation.
Maybe I'll like to open the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 moving forward.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
For this situation.
Yes.
He's a big, strong boy.
So you're there, you land next to him, and you distract Coleman some way.
Yeah, I pull the crossbow out of my back and I stab it into his foot.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and he just Gah! Yells into the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first Ving goes, Gah! And then he goes, Gah! I'm not wise too.
Absolutely mangled grammar.
Yeah.
Tuck, Ving is here.
Okay.
He has distracted Cole momentarily with a crossbow bolt in the foot. What do you do?
Can I try and do one of those karate moves where you disarm someone holding a sword? Because I want to kind of just step back from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that feels like a defy danger strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. Here we go. Snake eyes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens here?
Sounds like a trip to the spirit realm.
Sounds like we gotta
Back
save.
to season
3? Time to save Tuck from hell. What do we think this failure is here? It doesn't have to be damage. We know that it's not always straight up damage.
Yeah.
Maybe something in the sword stops you.
Yeah.
I don't know, the demonic part of it overcomes your will
Right.
to actually hurt Colm.
Yeah.
Interacts with your chest
Oh,
fragments.
Oh.
Huh?
The demon of
Servitude.
servitude.
Yes.
Fuck.
It commands you stop and
Yeah.
you freeze up or I don't know.
That's
Or-
cool.
That's cool.
You turn from that to a defensive.
What?
You know-
Ending Colm?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Wouldn't that be so sick?
That's so
That'd be
fucking
so
sick.
cool if you were ready to fight,
It would
and
make
then
sense.
Ving sees Tuck pull the sword out of his fucking chest and then wield it against Ving.
No, dude.
That's pretty sick.
Fuck.
Sorry, man. That's really cool.
Your eyes
No.
go.
Jess, you fucking betrayed me.
This is a
You betrayed
betrayal.
us.
So you feel Colm like he's got the sword by its hilt. He's holding you fast.
Yeah.
This, in your eyes, scrawny man has got you pinned.
I go, I'm not wise.
Yeah. And then you try and rip the sword out of his grip.
Yeah.
And you feel the light that you feel like you have been experiencing from the white coins in your chest seems like it dims. And you hear in your head that voice that you've been ignoring punch back through the void that you've put up between it. And it says just like, no, this is your role now. And you hear in
his eyes go white. Flush
oh,
white.
Tuck's eyes go white?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
pupils disappear.
And Ving sees the coins like fill with black.
Oh, the coins start to turn black again?
Yeah.
Oh, or just in the middle, so they almost look like a bunch of little eyes in his chest.
Oh.
Which is so weird and
Yeah.
very Gibbous-man-y. But
Yeah,
it's not to be
totally.
All the pupils look at you.
Yeah, they kind of focus in on
Yeah.
Ving.
Gross.
Yeah.
Now, hold on here.
And Ving, you see Tuck make eye contact with Colm, and Colm releases the handle of the sword
I stand up.
and says to Tuck, kill him.
Whoa.
And Tuck pulls the sword. Tuck, you're watching this happen as well. You see yourself pull the sword out of your gut, blood slicking this night black blade.
He like grins savagely, and there's like blood in his teeth.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to roll a fight with honor. My husband pulls a knife out of his chest to stab me with it.
I knew this would happen.
Hold on, honey. Let me just hold on, honey. Oh, let's talk about this, honey. Put the keys down.
It's an
Turn the
absolute
engine off.
domestic.
We can work this out.
No. You wanted to go do that. Think about the children. Think about the Billy.
Look at Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll fight with honor.
This. Fight with husband. Oh, nice. Okay, I got 9 plus. I got 12.
Okay,
yeah.
Great.
So that's 3
chi.
3 chi.
So yeah, I would like to use 1 chi to use weaponized association to figure out his next move.
See, okay, I'm imagining you guys are like squaring up.
Yes. Yeah.
This is like the side to side, like Street Fighter. A thing blows across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
There's a chicken in a crate behind us.
Yeah. So you're using weaponized association to see what his next move will be.
Yeah.
Which means that you get to tell me what his next move is.
I mean, I think it's just tuck, run,
It's charge,
knife, smash.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is not a knife. Keep in mind,
Sword.
This is a big old sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. That Tuck's next move would just be reckless charge.
Oh yeah, and I can't push you off
Yeah.
because you have no hit points. I can't kill you.
And from Tuck's perspective, he's in the void now.
Yeah.
And he could hear that one line from the tolling, like echoing around him, which is, in dark of night, I have been lost.
Sad.
Yeah, and he hears it in the voices of all the children of McCall.
Which is a bad song. He knows, because he's like, that's a song for the ones that are taken. I was taken.
Yeah.
Far away choir.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's cut back to Billy for a sec. Because Billy, you like wheedle your way out of the machinery,
Yeah.
and you see Tuck with the sword in his hand charging Ving.
Yeah, and while I'm weaving out, I'm trying to do it quickly because like I sense bad stuff is happening. I can tell like demonic forces are nearby.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I feel like the darkness swallowing up, but I also hear like the clicking go into place around me as I walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hear kind of like the fluid weaving through all these like little
Yeah.
little tubes.
Yeah. The 7 to 9 that you rolled is just that you don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know M4 is waking up.
It's underway.
There's a discordance of the sound of the machinery that starts to turn to a harmony.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
as
like that.
M4 starts to take over.
Sounds
the
like an
anvil.
orchestra tuning.
Yeah.
From mechanic to melodic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I grip TLC firmly in my hands and I would like to roll I'm a bad guy now.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Sick.
Cool.
So I'll call upon my winter form to fight in a fury.
Yeah. 2d6 plus what?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh no.
Still get it.
A 4. No, I don't get it.
no.
Oh wait, actually I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get 1 hold, but I'm forced into my winter form until the next sunrise.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
So,
fine.
you feel
Okay.
the change undertake you, and you are now in your winter form.
I am.
Which changes all your bonuses and shit.
Yeah.
I think your wisdom returns to normal, but your
Um,
charisma is at 0?
When I deal damage, I deal an additional D6.
Yes. Okay, great. Are you going for Tuck or are you going for Colm?
Calm.
Colm.
But I
yeah.
want to make it look like I'm going for Tuck.
Yeah,
Nice.
totally.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Also, I know the answer is no, but can she use the TLC move?
Absolutely not.
Fuck.
No, that's not how that
I
works at all.
wish.
Oh,
no way.
Like when Captain America grabs the hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
totally.
cool.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a bad guy now while wielding TLC is basically the
Yes.
cat picking up Mjolnir
Yeah.
situation.
So sick.
It was really cool.
Let's do it. Let's get 12, you guys.
Okay, wait, hold on. You are on the chest and there is a big gap and then they are on the walkway. Like how you go.
Oh.
Remember how you jumped across to get here? So you can roll a defy danger, probably dexterity to
Okay.
leap across and
Sure.
like you did to get here.
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus dexterity.
Okay. Plus
Yes.
dexterity.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm good.
Yeah, not a
Neat.
problem.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy like just fucking powers across
pissed.
TLC.
I think you've done it before with you swing it and then like
I do.
carries
Yeah.
you like
I use the
like hammer.
inertia of the axe to carry me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then I want to, charge at Colm.
Yeah.
I want it to look like I'm going for Tuck, but I'm going for Colm.
Yeah. I'm a bad guy now has happened, so you're rolling your damage here.
Hell yeah.
12.
Oh, 10
10
damage.
Yes.
Okay. So you hit him pretty hard.
Yeah.
He's got a big old chest.
I get him in there. In
Open
the
it for you,
gut.
just hack him right in the guts.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So you land on the walkway, and with the momentum, kind of like spin like a top for a second, and then walk that like meaty thunk as it slams right into his gut,
Yeah.
and he backs away, like "Grr!" Steps back, thunk in the armored legs that are still attached, with this like gushing wound from his gut, and he like holds his hand up, looks at the blood, and looks down at his tattoos, says like, "Tougher beings have tried to kill me and failed." And he like gestures to the wounds on his body, and his gut is like pouring blood. And then you see like a wound on his chest begin to bleed, and like his arm wounds begin to bleed as you feel this like iconic demonic presence start pouring off of him as all the wounds on his body begin to bleed at once.
Yeah.
And you feel Tuck, even from deep inside the void, you feel the demon of slaughter taking the like forefront in Colm's body.
Okay.
He steps out of the armor and like the leg armor thunks to the ground, and you see this like he straightens up and hunches a bit like an animal.
Whoa.
As
Is
his-
he naked?
He's got like very loose like breech cloth underneath. He's basically nude. He's not wearing, his legs and feet are bare, his chest and arms are bare, except for tattoos and blood and old wounds.
He's full Golluming, guys.
Whoa.
He's going full Gollum.
Yeah, the little undies are definitely giving Gollum vibes.
Yeah.
Totally. Are you wearing a diaper,
Yeah, is that a
Vincent?
diaper? Is that because you can't like go to the bathroom very often?
Oh, this is so gross. He's basically turning into like a chupacabra.
He's just full slaughter right now.
Yeah.
He wants to kill, and the demon inside him wants to kill as well. Ving, what do you had some moves?
Yeah. I'm just going to continue to use my weaponized association to anticipate Tuck's moves to draw him away from the fight, but avoid him.
Great. So we'll say that's one hold. So
Great.
as you just like take off down the catwalk,
Yeah,
and
he's
Tuck
just
comes barreling
kind
after
of
you.
backwards running and like, whoa, we're here. Yeah,
and
calm down.
just brutal, vicious swings coming from Tuck as
Yeah.
he's whipping this obsidian blade at you,
Yeah,
coming within inches of cleaving you in twain.
yeah.
Tuck, inside this void, you hear a chorus of voices. Children, maybe you recognize a lot of the voices from your time on the streets of McCall.
It's the kind of thing where you're in a dream and you know there's like fucked up stuff in your periphery.
Mhm.
You're trying not to look at it.
And you feel just like you are trying to ignore the horrible things happening in the periphery of your mind. On the periphery of your perception, you feel a terrible battle taking place. Your body is currently not your own, and it is trying to slay your closest friend.
Okay. I'm
What do you
going
do?
to try to break the iconic control over my body.
Mhm.
I could try and use breaking the law, or I could just do a defy danger wisdom.
I think it could be wisdom. I think it could also be charisma, you trying to reassert your personality.
Well, that's better.
So you excited about that?
Yes.
So you're trying to reassert yourself as a person in your body.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see if this works. That's 9.
What do we think?
What if, like, because you recognize those voices, it kind of pulls you back a little bit
Mhm.
And just that 1 second of you like, oh, well, hold on, looking back.
Yeah.
It's hard
Oh.
for you to get out of it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, you're being distracted by the voices of the kids that like were lost.
Well, that's the thing is the tolling is a song that like everyone who sings it and feels guilty.
Mhm.
It's like kind of like the Catholic guilt when they
Right.
sing
We
"Oh
could have
Danny
done more
Boy."
kind of stuff. Yeah.
So it is a thing where he feels guilty leaving them here.
Uh-huh. What's a glimpse that Tuck catches from his past?
He can see a door. Like
Mm.
the place we're in shifts to be the you remember how Tuck kind of was abducted by a weird iconographer?
It's where he got his wrist straps,
Yes.
all of the like wounds on his arms.
Yes.
Mhm.
And in reality, it is the first real what's
Yeah, how are you going to tease this?
Sean was freaking
No,
out.
I'm trying. I gotta resist. I gotta
was-
resist my urge to hold too much close to the chest.
You're flirting. Look at you guys, because you guys know what's going on.
So much tension in
No,
there.
I just-
We're
I
just
do-
like, the fuck?
Just-
No,
Every-
just say it. Or not. I don't give a
subsequent
shit.
every subsequent word in that line, I was like, he's
No.
gonna say it. Wait, hold on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
It was so funny because every word I said, Sean,
My eyes were, like, widening
Sean
more.
Did this.
Oh.
He went.
Every time he said it, I was like,
He looked, that's why I stopped because I was like,
You're like,
I
is something
am,
going to happen?
I am revealing something. I
Yeah,
am revealing
great,
something.
great.
okay, so we'll drop back into that moment.
Yeah.
You see a door from Tuck's childhood.
So yeah, the story that I told like everyone was that there was like a guy who they would say like left coins out and you could kind of like go and steal them
Mhm.
because he was like pretty forgetful, but like it was actually just traps for street kids. And Tuck did that and then like lost 2 weeks.
How old was Tuck in this?
He was 8.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like he went back, and then the building was empty.
It was burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't there anymore.
Mhm.
Because Tuck lies to himself all the time. So, like, he forgets what happened actually most of the time. But in the void, like with the kids singing at him, like the real memory comes back and he remembers the door and he remembers leaving this place. But he had no memories before this. This is the first thing he remembers.
Whoa.
That is the beginning of Tuck's living memory.
Oh, no.
So everything before that is a lie, including like all the Bruce stuff.
I knew the Bruce stuff was fake.
Yeah, because that came out on a live stream. Someone asked. No one asked it. You.
I asked it, but you because
Yes.
you were like, I promise I'll answer one question truthfully,
Yeah.
and so I asked that because I was like,
as the most intimate member
Yeah.
of
I
the
was like,
pod.
I gotta know.
Yeah. The Bruce stuff, the reason why it doesn't make sense and why it's so weird
Yeah.
and why it's like a story about a used cart salesman who adopted this kid and like lived like a 3 Men and a Baby sitcom style life
And then was killed by a chicken.
by a chicken who who toppled a bunch of used carts that were on top of each other. It's a story that a kid makes up.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like
very
he's
much
like
so.
writing a little comic. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, crazy stuff!
Crazy
is happening."
stuff.
I just learned how to draw a chicken.
Yeah.
A chicken is gonna be in this comic.
Yeah.
And like Tuck forgets sometimes that he made it up and he believes it sometimes.
Mhm.
But the real thing comes back, which was that Tuck doesn't remember anything before leaving that building. And he didn't have his wrist straps when he left. He had scars on his wrists from being
Oh.
chained up. So this is like his like dream state like morphs into like the iconographer's workshop
Mhm.
that he was leaving. And it's like it's the same again, where he's got like these like old style like wrist cuffs on and he's 8 again and he can see the door and hear the kids and he knows he has to leave.
Oh, man.
And as you think about walking through that door back to the life that you've built for yourself since that moment, you flash back to the present as the sword that you're holding like clangs into a railing just as Ving is dodged out of the way. And you think, what the fuck am I doing? And Ving, you see Tuck pause for just a second in the swing.
The light is the darkness. His pupils return.
Yeah, his
to
eyes roll back down and then back up and emotionless face as a mechanical swing comes for your neck. Billy, you are standing in front of Colm Blackhammer,
Mhm.
unarmored, covered in blood and wounds of battles past.
Unarmed.
Unarmed, totally weaponless, except for the powerful demonic forces flowing through his body.
And you have TLC.
And you see him, they're standing on top of the axe, they're like rolling up their sleeves.
I
Like,
think
let's
I just
fuck this dude up.
I feel bad because Billy wouldn't want to like kill an unarmed person, but his winter form has.
Can we get a little memory from Billy, like this winter form flashing back to a battle of the past?
Okay, so it's not like during like some huge battle, but it is part of like this like prolonged war that's been happening. We're in the north, kind of like in the mountains, and it's cold. I'm with a small group camping, or like we have a camp, and Billy had left to get more firewood. When he came back, the 3 people he was with are dead, and there's a small group who had come in hungry, and they killed everyone to get like the last bit of soup that was over the fire, and Billy loses his mind. And these people are really frail. Everyone's hungry.
Yeah.
There's like famine happening. But Billy kills him anyway.
Oh my God.
Just this towering winter fairy.
Yeah.
Oh man. And Colm sees this memory with you, and you like in your memory turn, and Colm is standing there like drenched in blood, head to toe, and he looks at you and goes, "Yes, violence begets violence."
Yeah, and I swing again.
Go ahead, hack and slash, 2d6 plus strength.
Ooh, not good. 4.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a failure.
Yeah.
On a hack and slash. That means that he is dealing his damage to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So 2d10 and you take the highest.
Fuck, dude. Well, those are the 2 that dealt me the 10 damage.
Well, maybe they'll deal me small damage.
They might. Maybe.
3?
That's so funny.
3.
Is that the highest?
Yeah, because there's 1.
It's a 1 and a 3.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Jess, your luck is fucking crazy.
The moon is with me. The power of the moon.
Yeah, the moon is inside you, absolutely blending up your guts.
She wants to come out so bad, and there's nowhere for her to go, and she's just like, I
Yanking
gotta
on my
get
tie.
out.
Just getting shredded in there.
Kind of one of the best explanations of the female menstrual cycle.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just like, whoa, I got nowhere to go. I'm gonna snake my way through all the other stuff in here, grow and hold on to you really tight. I'm sorry, listeners. You don't need to hear this shit.
They should hear
They
this.
should. It's
They
important
do.
for people to know.
Men,
Listen.
listen to women sometimes.
Ask about their cycle once.
A lot of people think that the best thing that you can be, if you can't be a man, be a woman. And if you can't be a woman, be a male ally. That's the most important thing that you can be, is a male ally of, a man ally of women.
And if a single one of you agrees with us in any way right now, you could go fuck yourself and stop listening
Yeah,
to the
this
podcast.
is not the show for you.
I was gonna say, I think the best thing you could be is a dog, like a domesticated dog.
A domesticated dog.
A domesticated dog, and you live with a dink couple,
What's a dink couple?
like dual income, no kids.
Oh,
And
nice.
they're buying you raw food. They're
Love
buying
the
Yeah.
fuck out of you.
they're putting you on Instagram. You get pup cups every day.
Mhm.
Sorry,
No,
I rolled 3 damage. What does he do to me?
3 damage. So he in this, he's this like bloodied, naked, basically naked form. His hair, like seems like he has cuts on his scalp that are like pasting his red hair to his flesh with blood.
Mhm.
And he, unarmed and unarmored,
Mm.
just lashes out at you with hands and teeth. He jumps on you.
Fingernails that he didn't have before.
Gross.
Start growing, like it's like his flesh is
Ew.
receding from the tips of his
Oh,
hands.
God, that's
Raw
disgusting.
bone. And he just lunges at you and starts tearing at your flesh. But you have a big old axe, and you are, despite your small, innocent self, an experienced warrior.
Am I wearing the gimp mask?
You do have
As
1
armor.
armor, yeah.
So I only have to take away 2.
2
Yeah, that's
damage,
right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is, my armor.
Because he,
Nice.
and the mask comes in handy because he goes for your eyes.
Yeah, he does.
He goes right for the most vulnerable part that he can see.
It's a good thing I'm wearing this incredible gimp mask.
Well,
Mhm.
to be totally honest, you're wearing the gimp mask as
As
body
a suit,
armor.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Your
yes.
arms are out
I
the eye
forgot.
holes.
Yeah.
You do put it on like a shirt. You
Yeah.
step into it, and if your eyes were open, which they're not, you'd see on his face a joyous grin. And we'll cut back to Ving as Tuck, in this emotionless mechanical state, is swinging at you with a cold precision. What do you do?
I want to block a blow meant for me and take half the damage and use that opportunity to jam some saffron into Tuck.
Okay. So you're blocking a blow, so you're taking the damage.
Half of the damage.
Yep. In order to
get in close and now, with that disruption, get some saffron into him to see if it lessens the influence over him.
All right, great. Abdul, roll your damage.
I'm so sorry. 4.
Okay, 4.
Nice.
Okay, armor of 2. So.
Bypassing armor because the sword
Okay.
Fuck.
bypasses armor.
Oh, bypasses
I take
armor?
half.
Yeah.
I take half, so I only take 2.
Yeah, I think you're just able to like pull yourself back at the last second and like you just get nicked. How do you get the saffron in there? He does have a number of cuts from his fight with Colm. He's also got a big wide open mouth.
Yeah, I like that.
He's also got a butt.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want
Oh
that
my
on the
God.
table.
we're-
wait,
All right,
I'm-
here we go, everyone.
as an original storyteller, I shove it in his pee hole.
Oh no.
He
No, I
closed it
don't.
up like a little pouch.
Yeah.
hold on, wait, hey, whoa, hold on.
Text uncircumcised, so you could like put it into his foreskin.
Yeah.
Foreskin,
Yeah.
pinch it
Oh,
close. Yeah.
like
amazing.
buttering a turkey.
And I sew it shut.
Holy shit! That was the most
buttering
foul
a
thing you've
turkey.
ever
I'm
said.
so sorry.
That's so
Squiggling it around
I'm sorry.
like cheeking a mouthful of tobacco, like just wiggling it in there.
The opposite of chew.
It is. There is a mucus membrane down there, so you
I
can't
know,
get
but I
a lot
don't
of
think you
stuff.
can go that far down.
That's how I use tobacco.
Yeah.
Pack it in my foreskin.
So Ving slows down time.
Yeah.
Gets real close.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna jump over and smear it across his chest where there's a cut, and try and flip some in his mouth as I head over.
Okay, great. So I think that you blocking that blow, like taking that hit, means that you don't have to roll the defy danger because the danger was getting in close enough.
Okay, great.
So you smear a handful of saffron.
Yeah.
Mark off a use of the saffron that you took,
Will do.
and you just hope and pray that it takes effect. Tuck,
Yes.
back in the void, that door. You've got these heavy links around your wrist. This door is so tall, and
Yeah.
you're so small.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea where you are, and you hear familiar voices outside
Are the familiar voices? Who are they?
from a time that has not yet passed for this young boy, but they sound like they could be friends.
Okay. I gotta get to the door. I'm in this memory. This memory is a trap. It's a brain trap that the demon of servitude. This is what Tuck is saying to himself.
Mm.
He's like reminding himself of who he actually is. He's
Mhm.
like, there's a demon. There's a demon in here with me. It's making a trap out of my memories.
And you feel a hand on your shoulder.
And Tuck like whips around.
And if you were to describe what you think a demon of servitude would look like to Tuck, what does it look like?
It looks like the iconographer.
So it looks like an older man,
Yeah. Robe,
robe,
long beard.
beard, like a hood or a hat of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a dark leathery skin. This was the thing that was like, that sort of like confused him a lot. Not unkind. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
seemed nice. Eyes without malice, like a softer voice.
Mhm.
And the thing that happened, like the way that Tuck got out was the iconographer let him go.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no! It
Mhm.
released him on the world.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
And this kindly man,
Big's trying to
I'm just
read.
gonna read. Hold on.
Paul's trying to read
No.
the redacted move. Pretty sure on my sheet.
You put it in there.
It was
Oh
written.
my God! There's nothing there.
it's fully redacted. I take my secrets seriously. I sent that to the CIA. They redacted it professionally. So this kindly man, the iconographer, demon of servitude,
Uh-huh.
like kneels down next to you with his hand on your shoulder. You see this kindly face. You were so lost before you came here.
No, I knew where I was. I was with my family.
Where did that get you?
It got me an anchor. It got me purpose. It gave me a place to stand.
And now you're back here with me.
I'll get out again.
Just let me kill him, and then you can have purpose again.
And then when he says that, Tuck and he does feel bad about this because the actual guy was a nice guy, takes the chains around his arms that are linking his like wrists together and like whips the chain like over the guy's head and around his neck and starts choking him.
Oh my god.
2d6 plus wisdom.
Wisdom? Not charisma?
This is not a physical space. Oh, charisma, right. You're
yeah.
asserting yourself as who you are right now.
Yes.
Charisma. 2d6 plus charisma.
Great. Nice
Because I'm
save.
not the scared 8-year-old I was. I'm a fucking metal as fuck warrior. 13.
Oh, okay.
Huge roll. Yes.
So how does this resolve? Tuck starts choking this kindly old man.
Yeah. I think it is rough at first, but it's the kind of thing where like the demon of servitude starts shifting through all of the people who had like control over Tuck in various forms, like either like physical control or he worked for them. Allison, like, so like he lusted after them. Even Ving and Billy very briefly to like where it's like the control is like familial duty. And then it like shifts through all of them and Tuck just steals his mind against like the effect it's trying to have until it settles on what he would interpret as like
its last true form.
Yeah, its true ani-romantic form. Like the way it emerges in the human mind, basically.
And what does that look like?
You tell me.
I had an image.
Yeah.
So Tuck is in his 8-year-old form, like choking this man as it filters through these people. And his perspective shifts as he rises to his full adult height.
Yeah.
And it's like you see like the strength in your arms return.
Yeah.
You've got the chains, and it is now like the demon of servitude, a kneeling form with its head downcast and its hands holding the axe in front of you.
Sick.
The like mental image of Larry, Terry, and Chad.
That's rad.
And it's holding this weapon for you.
And the place that it is happening is an eternal plane of darkness, and both above and below them is like constellations upon constellations.
Oh, I like that.
Like every representation of every icon burning cold in a night sky that extends forever.
Beautiful.
And Tuck recognizes this as a place he has seen before as the representation of the iconic realm itself.
This is the outer dark.
Yeah.
Didn't know if we'd ever see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you pick up you lift the axe?
I let go of the chains. I lift the axe and I like flip it in the air and like hold the chains taut as it flips so it slices through the chains itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I imagine you turn towards the door and you pull the axe back, Larry, Terry, and Chad, and you cleave through the door.
Yeah.
And as you come back to the present, you stop yourself with the sword an inch from Ving's neck.
Sick. So cool.
And Ving, you see Tuck's eyes. He basically caught you on like a bad misstep.
Yeah.
And he was about to take your head off.
Yeah.
And the blade stops. Tuck's eyes roll back down.
Tuck, don't.
When you say that, he looks you in the face and he goes, "I would never." And then he puckers his lips for a second. Damn it!
And his eyes go.
Ving kisses Tuck on the lips. Just a nice little, how's your father?
But as Ving goes for that, Tuck turns and steps away from it. So
Ving kisses his ear.
And then
Ving kisses Tuck in the ear hole. So it's really loud for Tuck for a second. Fully misses.
And so, wow. Oh, geez. And then he overhand throws the sword like end over end to try and get it to embed itself into Colm's like form.
Yeah. Let's cut back to Billy for 1 sec. Billy, you've got Colm on top of you. He is bloody and grinning.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I bite back.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Hack and slash. He's right here in biting distance. 2d6 plus strength.
Gross.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
12
12.
with
Yes.
dexterity, right?
Hack and slash with strength.
Oh, with strength. Okay,
Yeah.
10.
10. Still, that is a full hit. So that's your damage, and then the d6 from your winter form.
All right, let's go.
Do it,
baby.
do it, do it,
Come
do
on,
it, do it,
baby.
do it.
5.
Five.
Not bad.
It's acceptable.
Yeah,
it's a
good.
tolerable. It's enough that like you bite him really bad. You feel
Right.
like
Like there.
you feel a chunk come off of him.
Yeah.
And it's
And I
almost
spit it out.
yeah. And he kind of like he's still smiling as you like take this chunk out of him, and he pulls away like he's elating in this slaughter that is being done to him. And in that way, makes himself wide open for a big old sword from down the catwalk.
Okay, please, please, please. Oh, fuck,
what is that?
7.
7?
Oh, 7.
Yes.
Okay, 7 to 9, choose one. You have to move to get your shot, placing you in danger of the GM's choice. You have to take what you can get, so you roll your damage, and then you roll a d6 and reduce it by that much. Or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. That's not allowed. You've only got one thing.
I will move to get my shot. I want to fucking end him.
So you're going to put yourself in danger. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes, is a D10, and can I roll 2 D10 and take the highest because I'm using the sword?
Oh, that's his thing.
Yeah.
Damage is not
Interesting.
determined by the weapons. It is determined by the wielder.
Son of a
I know.
bitch!
That's
I know.
cool ass.
It's
though.
actually, it is a cool ask, but it's also something that I really like about Dungeon World, because something I hate in D&D is like, I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm level 20. I'm a god. My dagger does D6.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, you should be much better than that.
Okay.
The fuck is that?
Who am I talking to?
Okay, so Tuck was aiming right for his head. He wanted it to like cleave it in half, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to give the demon like basically no flesh to have purchase in.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
something that I think, well, I mean, is Billy, you felt this as you bit that chunk out and he enjoyed it, basically. It was like part of what he's doing. This doesn't seem like a man that could be killed by traditional means.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need it to like foul the host to a degree that the infection no longer can continue.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of fucking God. 3.
8.
Oh, 8. Hell yes.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. I think that, Billy bites him. He reels up,
Yeah.
like looking skyward as if accepting the gracious gift of a benevolent God
Yeah.
with this pain and slaughter, and catches a sword going a fucking 150 kilometers an hour. Where do we think it hits him? 8 damage. He's not killed. What do we think?
Because I was aiming for his head, but maybe
I think like maybe here.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're like kind
Like,
of
boom.
clavicle across the
Yeah.
chest, and it
Ouch.
actually cuts the tattoo in half. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So he takes this huge hit and he's like thrown off Billy
Yeah.
with the force of the throw. And he skids a little bit with the momentum and leaves like a streak of blood and gore from where he lands. And he's still, but then he starts to like twitch and get his purchase.
Oh, fuck, Billy! Smash him!
I'm sprinting. I want to
Yeah.
sprint at him.
Ving, I imagine full on.
Yeah, I'm
Just
following.
do-
I love
do-
that he
do.
would, using his swiftness, follows the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. He's just
Yeah.
a couple steps behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumping across the gap,
Yeah.
like touching chains light as a feather.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bolts
swing.
are coming down, whizzing through the air.
Jumping off of arrows.
We're in a silo, so we can like doom, doom, doom,
Oh,
doom, doom,
yeah.
run along the wall of the silo.
Hell yeah.
And I want to land, sort of swing around, land on the hilt of the sword, and then shove it in his back.
Okay, yeah.
To
Cool.
fully cut him in half.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a defy danger to get there, probably, right?
So
In
plus
that way?
dex.
Plus dexterity for sure.
You fucking got this, buddy. Oh, wow.
5.
5.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
so I
Fuck.
think-
Do you have a +1 forward?
No, and I don't think I have. I already used my what the bones know from last episode.
Shit.
Okay. So you're definitely going to take some shots. So roll a d6.
1.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you dodged the worst of those.
Great.
You fly through a hail of arrows that are coming down from the top level.
That's fun, at least.
And you see people like a Jackie Chan movie. You see them like moving along the outside, going to like stairways, trying to like come down to your level.
Right.
Because there are other people here.
There's a lot of other people.
Yeah,
here.
there's a lot of other people.
Effie's been fighting a lot of them.
Yeah, I think Effie's been like detained basically.
Oh no.
She's got like somebody's got like a stick, like a club kind of around
And
her
a
back and
crossbow in
holding
her
him.
face.
Yeah, exactly. And you get snagged, and as you're coming down, Colm is able to like drag himself just out of your reach as you land.
Like disarticulated arms that like are crunched backwards.
He's like not using the like flat of his hand, he's using the back and like dragging himself an elbow.
Ooh.
And he's starting to pick himself up in a
Feel
very
bad for him.
Yeah, he's not having a great time.
Oh, fuck this guy.
And you see he's grabbed the sword and he's starting to pull it out of his own torso, like up and out at an angle. Billy, you still hear the ticking, the harmonious ticking behind you.
Mhm.
And you, if you were to look, take a glance,
Yeah.
you see the spiritual iron is like working its way through the mechanisms, and it's now moving outside of the interior pieces,
Yep.
starting to flow across the armor plates.
Won't be long. I hack and slash. I just go.
Yeah.
I'm like in feral mode.
Mm-hmm. 2d6 plus strength.
Yep.
Mm.
5. Not good.
Not good at all. And he finishes with a wet squelch, like ripping the sword out of his torso.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will say you do notice he is avoiding going further into the cut now.
Oh, okay.
He is like pulling it up and out instead of through.
So he doesn't cut the tattoo?
It's hard to say, but he gets the sword out as you're rushing at him.
No.
And he like kicks you back out of range and comes down with a huge overhand chop.
And sorry, 2d10.
2d10.
No, Billy,
How many
no.
hit points do you have
I
left?
have 11. I have good luck.
Yes.
I have great luck.
Yes, please.
Uh-oh.
No,
10 and 10?
That's
10 and 6.
It's a 10.
It's only 10.
But I have 1 armor, so I have 2 left.
It bypasses
ignores
armor.
It ignores our.
It
okay,
bypasses
so I have
armor.
1.
You have 1 hit point left.
Oh, I didn't expect it to
Oh
go
my
this
God.
badly.
Holy shit. He's rolled 10 on us so many times.
That's wild.
I'm so fucking stressed now.
You're the one who said he has 20 hit points or whatever, or 20 dice or whatever this is. This bullshit.
You guys knew this when you came
No,
here.
we didn't.
You knew this when you came
I didn't do
here.
anything.
Remember all the conversations we had about how the last time you guys fought, he almost killed you? Well, guess what he's going to do
He
now?
was so easy to fight last time.
He actually beat the brakes off all of you.
That was the last time you had only 1 hit point. Was this exact same situation?
Can't believe you guys never think about healing items. You never do.
I mean, I have poultices, but
That
they
takes
take too
time.
long.
Yeah, you guys also do know
Sean,
that
when
healing
do you
potions
take
are
us to
real.
the store? When are you like, okay, you guys are walking around and there's a superstore right there. There's a little market on
We gotta
Gates.
go to a liquor store and get Winewood next time.
100%.
This is on you, Shawn
Colm
O'Hara.
deals. Don't blame me.
I would never blame myself.
I'm a servant to the narrative.
Fuck.
Colm deals a nearly mortal wound to
Oh.
Billy.
Okay, I mean, I'm right there.
Yeah, you're right here. You're right
Billy's
there.
close.
Yeah.
Man, when's M4 helping us out?
Hey, that 7 to 9 unfortunately meant that this was going to take a while, but you can see that it does appear to be it's starting to take effect
Yeah.
as the harmonious pipes begin to play.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could use Life Symphony, but that's captivating those around me in the spiritual bliss and togetherness of the natural world.
I mean, that is what Life Symphony we said is basically like Eye of the Storm, but you can
Yes.
stop fights.
Yeah, I do want to try it. And also seeing Billy get slashed, I guess you got slashed.
Stabbed really bad, like he's bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a no moment.
It's like a parrot moment where you're like, no, we're done. Yeah. Yeah.
We're done.
100%.
Like you see someone's dog like get really close to your kid and bark and you're like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Life Symphony is similar to Eye of the Storm. I think we said this uses wisdom. On a hit, the world calms around you. So this would be like people are temporarily calmed. On a 7 to 9, it only affects what you touch and only as long as you are touching it. So on a 10 plus, it would be like you're able to bring this whole fight to a halt momentarily.
Yeah.
But on the 7 to 9, it would just be like if you could get your hands on Colm.
Okay. Come on.
2d6 plus wisdom. This is a key roll, I feel.
You gotta do
I'm
it,
so
buddy.
scared right now.
Fuck yes.
Nice.
Oh.
I got 12.
Okay, so describe this. You see Billy dealt this blow, and Colm is like lifted the sword to end Billy's life. And you bring this situation to a stop.
Yeah. He just says, wait. And everything, the arrows slow down.
Oh, we're doing full Matrix.
Yeah.
Like you are slowing the world.
Yeah, the everything, how do we originally say? It was like the...
I think it's more like reaching out to the spiritual essence of people and calming them. Because you've tried to stop fights before with Eye of the Storm. So I think even if you said like, wait, like a few more bolts would like clang off the walkway, but no more would come.
Okay. I like that.
For a period of time.
When you say wait, it like echoes out of everything. Like every element like also says wait in its own voice.
And because the move is to captivate the spiritual bliss and togetherness of the natural world around me. Can I say this goes towards waking up M4 faster?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's almost like the influence of the demons in this place was like slowing down the flow of the spiritual metal, but now this harmonious nature, it flows over it flows over Project Anvil, now becoming N4, like water. Just connects all of the armor plates in this spirally Art Nouveau style that he was.
And out of the pipes that are on M4, you hear this.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I like the beginning. Yeah, the beginning's really good.
So he's got this sword lifted high.
Yeah. And Ving raises his hand up above his head, and then it doesn't look like, this doesn't look like a defensive move or an offensive thing. And then he quickly brings his hand down, and as he does, from behind him, you see A4.
Oh,
the
sick.
anvil turned M4 bring a giant hand. I want to bring his hand down onto Colm.
Oh, so sick.
Yes,
Yeah,
a
like a big
deep,
breath.
harmonious breath escapes the pipes on this massive machine.
Yeah.
This gigantic metal hand slams down on the catwalk, crushing Colm Blackhammer beneath it. The sword is like sent skittering across the floor. Colm's arm and head, like his shoulder, sticks out from underneath A4's hand, but he is defeated. What do you do?
We go up to him.
I crouch. It's over.
And he looks at the three of you. You won't be able to stop him.
Why?
He's a god.
Would it make sense to give him a little bit of saffron? Would that do anything? Would that quiet the demon enough to get to the man?
Oh, as a balm for like a
pain.
dying
To
man.
ease his way, to like
Yeah.
make him like
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
to
To help him not die is this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to take out the saffron and offer it to him and tell him this is your chance to leave this world as you came into it as a human. And I offer it to him. I don't want to force it on him.
He closes his eyes and he nods. Do it.
And I gather it up, a pinch of it, and place it in his mouth.
And you see him like sigh. And then the weight of his wounds begin to take hold. And you see the demonic influence, like the wounds on his body stop bleeding. You see a sort of orange saffron luminance clear the infection in his blood and in his body. And he breathes a sigh of relief. You can see this man is not long for this world.
We saw your tattoos, man. Honor. Do something honorable before you go. Give us something. Anything that'll help us.
You all receive images, connected as you are through Ving's spiritual field that he's put out to sort of calm this situation. You see what they were promised, Colm and Callum Blackhammer, before they were fully brought into the manipulation of the Gibbous Man.
How do we see it?
In images in your head. I think because his body is shattered, he can't really speak right now. He is giving you, like, through this connection, the spiritual thing that Ving has used.
Oh, okay.
He is
Life Symphony.
the Life Symphony,
Yeah.
which has calmed
Oh.
this situation and connected all of you in the calmness of the spiritual realm.
Yeah, the sound of birds from outside of the silo are filtering down into the middle.
Oh,
There's like a sound
yeah.
of nature coming into the space,
Yeah.
Yeah.
calming the area.
The hum of M4 underneath is offering like a bass tone to the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the music of this gigantic machine.
Yeah.
And you see two brothers, Coleman, Callum Blackhammer, riding on the High Spear Principality in the city of High Spear, victorious, resplendent in their finery as they ride through the city gates. And then you see their armies marching on to Kinos, victorious, and taking their seat in the old royal capital and leading as the twin monarchs that they so desperately wanted to be. And then you see an image of Coleman, Callum, Blackhammer as children, running through the hills outside Black Glass, running through the royal palace. Young, idealistic children looking down from atop their favorite viewpoint at the city of Black Glass, the place they grew up, and the city that they love, and will one day rule as the princeps of the Firefields. You see them a few years older, taking on their first tattoos. And clearly, like, this image is of a secret rite. Small, unadorned, ancient-looking temples where they undergo these rites of passage that have been brought from where their parents came from. They take on their own icons: Colm, honor, later discipline; Callum, shrewdness, later cunning. And their father, this towering man, forges for them out of his own colossal armor 2 suits. One, a suit of warrior's armor, the other, the chain of a diplomat. You see them skipping stones on a lake as young men, becoming ready to take their father's place, discussing the future that they see for themselves and for their people and for the principality. You see them now, the princeps, young rulers, meeting with a man in a traveler's cloak with a wide-brimmed hat, who offers them aid and counsel. And you see them trying to embody the icons that they have undertaken, living with honor and with cunning, but over time being twisted and taking these ideals to their extremes, taking on new tattoos. Colm, the icon of slaughter; Callum, the icon of tyranny. And you see what they wanted out of this. You see them older than you see the man before you, a hoped-for future as they march on the old capital of Kinos and take it for themselves so they can fully protect and control this country that they love, refounding Rian's Kingdom of Night. And he brings you back to the present. And you can see he's got like a little bit of, like, his eyes are a little watery.
Is there anything that you can tell us about the Gibbous Man? Anything that'll help us?
He's looking at you in the face. He takes an unsteady breath through his shattered body and says, with his final breath, "Save my brother." And you see a memory of Colm from long ago, when he was a child, visiting the Palace of Rian, son of Chimes and Lillian, demigod and founder of the Kingdom of Kinos. And he's standing in the treasury in front of a glass case, and inside the glass case is a hand held on a plinth, a beam of light shining through, hitting the hand, illuminating a hole in the palm, where a blade, the waning knife, pierced through and killed the demigod Rian. And his mother is standing next to him. You see, what does his mother look like? Long, red hair,
Yeah.
Yeah,
dark skin.
big fat braid.
Yeah, a large, big fat braid, baby.
Yeah.
A braid hanging down over her shoulder.
A fat ass.
Yeah,
Big fat ass.
tits.
Heavy
Huge fat
tits.
Yeah. Got one thick chick.
And she is kneeling next to Colm and saying, that was the only thing that could kill one as powerful as Rian, was his own weapon, the waning knife. A weapon forged for him by his father, from his mother's form, drenched in his own blood. He was slain by his closest friend, or so he thought, his closest friend. Your brother and you will be powerful. You will lead your people, and betrayal will attempt to seek you out. You have to watch over each other. And in this memory, you feel Colm start to feel fear, that there are enemies lurking around every corner, and that he must remain vigilant for himself and for his brother. And you feel that fear leak through all of the other memories that he shared with you. And we come back to Colm lying shattered under the hand, dead.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
If you love actual plays D&D, Hades, or Greek mythology and improv, be sure to check out Rogue Runners Volume 1 in the Blood to follow the adventures of Alexander the Great, King of Macedon and Drunk Paladin.
Oh, sorry. I guess now I'm Alexander the Grump.
Rolf, part-time sorcerer, full-time boomer.
Is it a sex thing? It was a sex thing!
Arete, stealthy rogue and even thirstier mobster.
Have you bathed and brought to my tent?
And Annie, legendary bard and chocolate milk fanatic. Together, these four wretched shades will battle their way out of hell for another chance at life, with a little help and hindrance from gods and monsters alike.
Word of advice when you're opening up these things, you're supposed to say, Olympus, I accept this message, in some really serious voice.
Take your place among the living again.
Your tactics are adept, if too elegant for my tastes.
My dear, saying no is never a crime.
You hit like a Philistine.
You're not getting out of here alive, wretches.
A pinky promise?
A double pinky promise.
When you die, you'll have to tell me all about it.
Rogue Runners, an actual play audio drama made during the pandemic, all while maintaining proper social distancing.
And I'll follow at a 6-foot distance.
How about a 5-foot distance for D&D purposes?
Sure.
Okay.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.